Hello grade 10 learners, we are back again. It's Maths Masterclass with Leo. We are continuing with algebra. On our last class we did simplifying. We were simplifying the expressions. We did few of our grade 9 stuffs, and then we did a bit of laws of exponents. We did explain laws of exponents. We took two, I think it was one or two. It is one question from what you call the laws of exponents. Now we have another question that comes from laws of exponents. Remember the laws. If you forgot it, we talked about a to the power n multiplied by a to the power m, which will give us a to the power n minus m. I don't know why I like 1 so much, but yeah, okay. And then we have a to the power n divided by a to the power m. This will just give you a to the power n minus m. Hope you still remember that. We'll just take few questions and then deal with them in a bad manner. Right, we have first question, deal with it. We have 2 to the power what is it, a plus 1, then minus 2 to the power a minus 1. We have such a question, all over 2 to the power a. If you have such a question, they say simplify such a question. How can you simplify? Let me give you my advice. Make sure you remove the bracket. You remove the fraction. How are you going to remove the fraction? The only way to remove the fraction is if you have this as a common factor, right? If you have this as a common factor. How can I make that as a common factor? I'm just going to say from the law of exponents, where I have a to the power n plus, okay, plus m. Let me just try to reverse the formula or the law. I know that this, it's made of this, right? It's made of this. So it means if I have this, I can just tell it to write it like that, right? Okay, which one? I'm gonna take this one. You see, I have it in this term. I can write it in this term. So I'm just gonna have 2 to the power a multiplied by 2 to the power 1, right? Minus, I have it like this. Okay, this is actually, I have it like this, right? I'm just gonna say I have it like this. This is supposed to be a to the power n minus m. This can be written as a to the power n divided by a to the power m, right? And then I have it like this. It means I can write it like this, right? How can I write it like that? I'm just gonna have where is it? 2 to the power a divided by 2 to the power 1, right? I hope you understand. Okay, let me take you step by step. If you don't understand it, let me just take you step by step. Before we come here, let me just take you step by step, just to see how did we come to this conclusion. I'm gonna have 2 to the power a multiplied by 2 to the power 1. I hope that you understand, because this can be written like this, and in this case we have this. We can just reverse it and write it like this, which is in this form, right? And then minus, this can be written as 2 to the power a multiplied by 2 to the power minus 1, right? And then this can be changed to that. How? Because 2 to the power minus 1 can be written as 2, it's as 1 over 2 actually, to the power 1. Like that, can be written like that. So now I'm just gonna have all divided by 2 to the power a. Clean, very clean. I hope you understand. Let's continue. I want to take this 2a as a common factor, because I have 2a here, I can just say I'm gonna have 2 to the power a into, when I take out 2a here, I'm going to have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 1, minus, when I take out 2a here, I'm going to have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power minus 1, all over 2 to the power a. If you continue with it like this, you're just going to have, okay, let me just do one and then I'll do another one on the other side. Okay, then now this and this will cancel, right? I'm going to have 1 multiplied by 2 is going to be 2, minus 1 multiplied by this is going to be 2 to the power minus 1, which this is 2 minus half, right? Then what is 2 minus half? I believe is going to be 1.5, which is 3 over 5. Right? Let's just make sure the answer is correct. 2 minus half. Oh, not 3 over 5, but 3 over 2. 1.5. Made a mistake there. Okay, now, okay, let's take this. This I had 2 to the power a multiplied by 2 to the power 1, which is minus 2a over 2. All over 2 to the power a, right? I need a common factor, which is 2a. I'm just going to take my 2a outside. I'm going to have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 1 minus. When I take this, remember, when I take this, I'm going to be left with 1 over 2, right? And then this will just give me all over 2 to the power a. This will just give me this, and this will cancel. I'm going to have 2 minus half again, which is similar to that, which will just give me 3 over 2. I hope we are together there. Now, let's take the second question. We did this type of a question on our previous class. If you don't recall, just go back to the previous lesson and then check it, or our first lesson, and check if I'm lying or not. But I remember doing such a question. Okay, now let's take the second question. It says x squared minus x plus 1 all over, what is this? X to the power 3 plus 1 plus 2 to the power x all over 2 to the power x plus 2. Given such a question, they say you need to simplify. We did this type of a question again on our previous lesson, but it was not complex like this. If you don't understand this one, you can just go back to that one, understand that one, and then come back, and then I'll show you you're gonna understand this one. Right? We're gonna have, in this type of a question, lowest common multiple. What is my lowest common multiple? These are my lowest common multiple, both of them, right? But how am I going to write them? Remember, I told you, you need to write them like this. Why like this? Why specifically like this? Because you need to remove the fraction. You need to remove the fraction. That is the reason why you are writing them like this, right? There. Then plus x cubed plus 1, 2x plus 2, okay. Then here I'm going to have 2x all over 2x plus 2. There, right? But if you can check, him and him are going to cancel, and him are going to cancel, right? We're going to have 2x plus 2 into x squared minus x plus 1, right? And then plus into x cubed plus 1 into 2x, right? You can see that now. Now we're going to have this multiplied by that is going to give me, I believe it's going to give me 2 to the power x3, or 2x to the power 3, and then this multiplied by that is going to be minus 2x squared. This multiplied by that is going to be plus 2. Yeah, what did I do? Plus 2x, it's this and that. Because this will multiply that, that, and that. Similar to this, multiply that, that, and that. Right? We multiplied this and that, it gave us this, that and that, it gave us this, this and that, that. Good. Now, plus 2 multiplied by x squared is going to give us 2x squared. 2 multiplied by negative x is going to give me minus 2x. 2 multiplied by 1 is going to give me plus 2. Right? Then, plus, okay, x cubed multiplied by x squared is going to be 2x to the power 4. This, okay, this and that's plus 2x. Now we need to take out the common factors and then see what are we getting. We have 2x to the power 3 Okay, this is supposed to be x to the power 3 there, because 1, okay, no, it's fine, sorry. Then we have this one and this one, right? We have this one and this one. Okay, you can tell this is negative, this is positive, out, right? And then we have this one and that one. You see plus, minus, out. And then we have this one, this one. Okay, we're gonna have 2 to the power 2x to the power 4 plus 2x to the power 3 plus 2x plus 2. That is our final answer, right? That is our final answer. I'm sorry I wrote it there, but that is our final answer. Let's go to the next question. Just pause this a bit as I'm gonna turn to the other side. Okay, we are back and let's continue. We have x to the power 4 minus 81. They say, okay, they say simplify, but you know that you have to factorize this, right? You have to factorize this so that it becomes the simplest, or it's in the simplest order, right? Then you're gonna have x to the power 2. Okay, then it's gonna be okay. Now remember, not last week, on our last lesson we did something like this. We know that x to the power 4, we did something like this that says a to the power 2 minus b squared is equals to a minus b, a plus b, right? We did something like that on our last lesson, right? It's similar to this one. It's almost similar. It's not almost, it's similar to this one, right? If I can say, okay, I have a to the power 4 minus b to the power 4, right? This can be written as a to the power 2 minus b to the power 2, then a to the power 2 minus b to the power 2, right? It can be written like that, right? And then in this case, this, I have that, right? I can just write it as x to the power 2, but what is 81? I believe 81 is going to be, okay, minus 3 to the power 2 minus 3 plus 3 to the power 2, like that, right? It's going to be like that because this is a difference of two squares. We have plus and minus sign, right? It's going to be like that. Now, I cannot further factorize this. Why? Because if I try to factorize it, it's actually, you cannot. It's unfactorizable. Okay, now, but this one, we can continue with it because it's similar to me saying a squared minus b squared equals to a minus b into a plus b. Like that. Similar to me saying that, right? I'm just going to say here, oh, okay, this is going to be x squared plus 3x squared, right? Then this is going to be minus 3 plus 3, right? Then you are not wrong if you write it like this. There's my final answer. There's my final answer. But even if you leave it here, you are totally correct. Now let's go to the next question. We are done with that one. This is question 4. It says here we need to simplify. This is the simplest form as we can, the simplest form of this question, right? Okay, now we have 6x squared y minus 10xy plus 15x minus 25. We have such a question, they say simplify, right? How can you do that? If you can check, how can we simplify that? Okay, now if you can check, I'm gonna take the ones with xy and take them to the other side, and the ones with, okay, like that. Okay, now we have this one. Let's see this. We group them, and this we group them, right? After grouping them, I'm gonna have, oh, what is my common factor? My common factor is xy. Okay, I'm just gonna have xy into, I'm gonna have 6x, okay, minus 10. But I still have another common factor, but I'll show you what to do. Plus into this. What is my common factor here? My common factor is 3. Okay, let me just write it as it is. Minus 25, and then I'm just gonna say here, what is my common factor? My common factor is actually 2. So I'm just gonna have 2xy into, this will just give me 3x minus 5. What is my common factor here? It's 5. I'm just gonna have plus 5 into 3x minus 10. Not minus 10, but minus 5. Right? Okay, now if you can check, this one and this one are the same. We can just take one and let's say 3x minus 5. 3x minus 5. Then this one and this one can write them and say 2x y plus 5. There. Right? Let's take another question, one more question, and then we can wrap up this or finalize this thing. Let's take a question that has okay, you have 10 to the power 2x plus 3 multiplied by 4 to the power, I believe it's 1 minus x all over. I'm taking these things from previous question papers, random question papers. I wrote them down, so I forgot the, oh, this is not, this is x there. Right? They're given something like this. They say what you need to do, you need to simplify this. How are you going to simplify that? How are you going to simplify that? Okay, now you need to simplify that. Okay, these are the type of question papers you need to expect from your these are the type of questions you need to expect from your question papers, right? These are the type of questions you need to expect they'll ask you. Okay, you are given something like this. They say simplify, right? But I know I can just change this to be 2 multiplied by 5. 2 multiplied by 5, it's 10. Then 2 to the power x plus 3 multiplied by 4 to the power 1 minus x, actually not, yeah, like that, right? Then divide by this. 25 can be written in terms of exponents. You can just say 25 equals to shift then fact. Okay, let me just show you how to get them. You can just say 25 equals to shift fact. See? 2 to the power. Then you're going to have 2 to the power, 5 to the power 2 plus x. Right? You have something like that, but you can also change that one and say, okay, let me just continue and say this one is going to be, remember we did such a question before, it's going to be 2 to the power 2x plus 3 multiplied by 5 to the power 2x plus 3 multiplied by 2 to the power 2 into 1 minus x all over, how did I get 2 to the power 2? 4 equals to shift fact, the exponents, right? And then I'm going to have 2 to the power, 5 to the power 4 plus 2x, right? And then remember, when we have similar bases, this is where the rule of division comes in, the law of division comes in, right? There, the answer is supposed to be like that. Then now you're gonna have this and that will just give me, okay, I'm gonna have this one, which is 2 to the power 2x plus 3 multiplied by 5 to the power 2x plus 3 minus into 4 plus 2x, right? Multiply by 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is going to be 2. Okay, and then 2 multiplied by negative x is going to be negative 2x. There, right? Then I'm going to have something like this will just give me, remember again the law of multiplication says a to the power n multiplied by a to the power m. This is supposed to give me a to the power n plus m. Supposed to be like that, right? I'm just going to have, the bases are the same. I'll just have 2 to the power 2 to x plus 3 plus 2 to the power plus 2 minus 2x multiplied by 5 to the power 2x plus 3 minus 4 minus 2x. Why minus? This negative multiplies everything inside the bracket. It's very important to put the bracket when you deal with such questions. It's very important to put this bracket. If you don't put the bracket, the negative will only be here. Then your answer is going to be wrong. It's very important when you talk about a negative sign, put your brackets. Then this one will just give me, if you can check, I have minus, I have plus, I have minus, out. Right? I have plus, I have minus, out. Right? I'm going to have 2, 3, plus 2 is going to be 5. And then multiply by 5. Then minus 4 plus 3, it's minus 1. Right? Then I'm going to have, I believe this is going to give me 32, because 2 to the power 5 is 32 all over 5. There's my final answer. Right? This is my final answer. I hope you enjoyed that class. If you did, please comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. The next class we will be doing, I believe we will be doing factorizing and then solving for x and then continuing. And have a wonderful day. Thank you.